Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and dreamers of all ages, welcome to the Disney Countdown Show.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Hello, everyone. Happy holidays and welcome back to the Disney Countdown Show, where we are having our first ever holiday special. Woo woo! Woo, let's go. It's going to be a holiday party. This is going to be different from our typical episodes today. So we are not doing a countdown. So sorry, it's the only time we're going to be doing this year. Maybe we'll do it again next year. But rather, we're going to be recapping 2024, sharing about what we're excited for the holiday season, for the year ahead. Plus, we have some very special guests who are joining our holiday party today. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But we're just celebrating all things holidays, and we're celebrating all the things that happened this year. So we're very excited for this episode. Danielle, yes. How are you feeling over there?
Well, you know, it's a festive time where right now, y'all, if you're listening to this episode, you probably can't see it, but I'll let you know I'm wearing Mickey Mouse ears. This is a Christmas miracle because I don't usually wear the Christmas ears or any type of ears really. And of all the ears that I'm wearing, it's the one. Are these from 2 years ago now? Maybe 3 years ago?
2 to 3 years ago. That's correct. Yeah.
Like right after COVID, I think.
Yeah.
And these are the sugar cookie Santas with the little red icing on them and the little hats. Actually, our Patreon family is here in the chat and they said 2021. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
3 whole years ago. Wow. That's amazing.
Wow.
Okay.
So I brought these out. And I was like, you know what? These are the ones I can easily find. So I'm wearing these to be in the super festive holiday mood for this episode because it's a party. I gotta be dressed up for the party. We're ready to do the conga later on, and then we're gonna get snacks, or we're gonna talk about snacks. And
that's right.
It's gonna be great. I just don't have hot chocolate readily available. We'll figure it out.
That's okay. It's all good. You usually come prepared with the outfits, Danielle, so I would expect nothing less from you today.
Oh, thank you.
Looking fabulous as always. But if you guys don't already, of course, we do have lots of fun content posted on the social channels. We are Disney Countdown Show on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Pod Disney on Twitter /the X. And we do have our full episodes on YouTube. So hello, YouTube fam over there. YouTube.com/Countdown Network. And of course, we are posting away on the socials. It's a very interesting time for social media, but we're still posting on our personal accounts. I have Megan, the magical millennial _ She is the Dapper Danielle. And if you don't follow us right now, be sure to give us a follow, especially on Instagram and YouTube, because y'all, TikTok is currently on track to be no more starting January 19th. That's a whole separate conversation.
Y'all, as we're recording this episode, like things changed last night. There's things being said today, and at this point, we don't know what's happening with TikTok. So if it sticks around, it truly will be a holiday miracle, and we'll just tell y'all more about it next season once we actually know what's going on. Because by the time we start up next season, it'll be end of January, and that's when all of this will have started or taken place. So until then, during the holiday season, make sure you're not only cuddling up next to the fire, but you're also cuddling up next to the Instagram and the YouTube, because that's where me and Megan will definitely be hanging out. And as we're thinking of New Year's resolutions, Megan's already been on top of it with the long form content and doing Vlogmas over on YouTube.
I'm trying, man.
I'm so proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
Because
I'm trying. It's a whole nother ball game, but yeah, we're working on it.
It is. See, and so that's my New Year's resolution for 2025. It's going to be the year, and I feel like I keep saying this the past couple of years, that Danielle's going to make long form content. It's going to be great.
I believe in you, girl. You got this. It's going to be fun. Filming horizontally. It's all just
it's weird.
It's all new. I know. We can do this.
We can do this.
Yes.
See, y'all, and that's the nice thing is that we also have a really great Patreon family that hangs out with us. And I feel like the Patreon is going to keep us responsible this year when it comes to our YouTube and Instagram content, or wherever we end up at. I think that's going to be so thank y'all in advance for that. And we'll shout out a little more of our Patreon family here in just a moment. But something else, Megan, is that we got a couple more reviews to wrap up this holiday season.
Oh, that makes me happy.
And y'all, If you did not know, you can rate and review us over on wherever you're listening to your podcast at. Over on YouTube, you can leave a comment down at the end of the episode. Same with Spotify. At the bottom of the episode, you can leave episode comments, and that is what shows us a review over on Spotify. And you can leave us a normal like stars and all that jazz too. What a lot of people do is that they send us an email or they message us over on the Instagram. And that's how the best way, after you give us the little stars, for us to be able to read out your reviews. But this one, I believe, this one is via Instagram.
It is. I have this one I see from Emily. Emily says, bi-coastal Disney lover. And she says, I separately followed Danielle and Megan for the longest time. And then one day, I randomly heard Megan say somewhere that she has a podcast, so I thought I would check it out. I've been loving it and binging all the episodes. I'm somebody who grew up going to Disneyland a small handful of times, but just started to get more into Disney in the last year or two. I had the opportunity to visit Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea this past April, and that kind of started a deeper obsession. I had so much fun. Now my goal is to go to all the Disney parks, hopefully Paris this summer. I'm originally from California, but I lived in Florida through the pandemic, so I finally decided to get a Florida annual pass. Fast forward to last year, I moved back to California, and I just got my California Magic Key in November, so now I'm a bi-coastal pass holder. After listening to this podcast, I literally tried all the yummy food in Disneyland from the holidays that Megan reviewed on TikTok. And same thing, whenever I go back to visit Florida, I follow all of Danielle's amazing tips. I just listened to the episode where she talked about putting peppermint in her matcha, and it made me gasp because that's exactly what the new alphabet drink is at Starbucks. Fun fact, when Megan was trying on wedding dresses, I was with my best friend trying on her wedding dress. And a third friend said, hey, isn't that Megan the Magical Millennium from TikTok? She finally mustered up the courage at the end to say, I love your content, as we were all leaving. And after that was when I started following Megan. I now have my core Disney comfort creators that I watch every day, including Megan and Danielle. Keep up the great work and content. It brings me lots of joy. Emily, that's so cool.
I love that. And so Danny, our producer, just said that this is a Apple review. And this is probably one of the longest Apple reviews that we've gotten. And I love that so much.
This is amazing. That's so, Emily, of course, we love that you're part of the Disney community family, but just that you're listening to the podcast, you have a bi-coastal annual pass, which is, I also do. It's super fun, but that's so awesome. And then you got to visit Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea. That's honestly on our bucket list right here.
World traveling and has been more on top of it than we have.
Yeah, very much so. So Emily, thank you so much. And we are so happy you're here and listening.
Well, I have another review for us, and this is from Mickey via Instagram. And no, it's not spelled the same way. It's Mikki, not Mickey. But this one, interesting. She says, or they say, hello, Danielle and Megan. I'll start off by saying I listen to the pod on Amazon Music.
Wow.
Hello, Amazon
That's not one we get a lot. Let's go.
That's not one, but hey, representing. I love that.
Me too.
And they say, I've nearly made it through the back catalog going in reverse order. I must say, it's been interesting listening to it that way. It's like a crazy time warp where you see how things were made in reverse. LOL. Anyway, Danielle is quite right about the I4 eyesore, and I wish Milton would have taken it back to his basement as well. Accurate. But on the main reason for my not the top 10 villains countdown, I became increasingly worried about the two of you as your countdowns continued until Megan saved the show with her number one choice of Maleficent. Maleficent is definitely the best villain of them all in my books. But I'm disappointed in no one bringing up the Horned King from the Black Cauldron. I know the movie is from the dark era of Disney animation back in 1985, and I know before either of you were born, LOL. And he doesn't have a catchy song, but he raised an army of the dead. Sorry for the long message, but keep up with all the great work and hope to see you both in the park soon. Make each day magical. Mickey. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Mickey, deep cut with the Black Cauldron. Okay.
Super deep cut with the Black Cauldron. And I'm like, I mean, that's a good point. He's very scary. Him and Chernabog are almost a little too freaky for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
Do love them both though.
Yes,
I don't know. They're
great
almost in their
villains.
own category.
I honestly though that's true. They're like they're dark, but in a kind of a mythical way, I guess. It's
Right.
I don't know. I honestly, guys, I probably watched the Black Cauldron all the way through one time in my childhood, and I don't remember it. So I'm sorry.
It was too
It's not on my
traumatizing. You
radar.
suppressed that.
We did suppress that. So sorry, the Horned King was nowhere near the top 10. Maybe top 30. But not top 10.
Somewhere
Sorry,
up
Mickey.
there. That would be additional bonus episodes maybe for next year, next season.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll
Bonus
see.
on bonus. Yeah.
But like I was saying a little bit earlier, we do have a couple new Patreon family members that have decided to join us here during the holiday season. So shout out to Kaylee and Emily. We're so happy that you're part of our family again too. And if y'all want to join us, actually, by the time this episode airs, we will be having our holiday virtual hang. If you're part of our if you're part of our Patreon family, that will be happening later on after Christmas, right before New Year's.
Yes.
So more information on that to come. So make sure you're paying attention to the Discord and the Facebook pages and the Patreon page. We'll be putting all that information out there with more to come. So thank y'all again so much for being part of our Patreon family and hanging out with us this holiday season.
Thank you so much. We so appreciate it. We just had a double feature holiday movie night on the Discord. The Patreon is a ton of fun. You got access to all the bonus episodes. You get some, giveaways. We got some pins. It's all a good time. And to our new members, is it Kylia? Kylia and Emily.
Oh, that's a good question. So it's spelled Kyleah.
The AH got me thinking it's Kylia. So
welcome. Could be Kylia.
So happy you're here.
Well, you'll have to let us know, babe. How do you pronounce your name? Like, let us know.
You gotta join
on Instagram and message us.
Join the live chats in the next season, and we hope to see you there and giving us some answers to our games that when we get stumped on our questions.
Yeah, Chris. Because we know Danielle can't pronounce names or anything for the life of me, so
you're
it's fine.
Good, girl. You're good. Oh man, so yeah, thank you guys. And we forgot. I mean, it's the holiday season, y'all. We got 2 days till Christmas now. Whew, okay.
I'm panicking.
Wow.
It's fine.
I am too. Danielle, I literally had an anxiety attack yesterday thinking about all the things I still have to do. It's so bad. We're so busy. It's so hard. How do people do this?
It is. And I mean, I think I was talking to our friend Disney Dan about this, about how we, in the creator realm, especially in the theme park creator realm, because you have blockout dates and I have blockout dates when it comes to a holiday week, right?
Yeah.
So we, as Disney park content creators, feel the need that we need to be in the parks this week and batching that content for holiday week.
Exactly.
So it's adding another type of scheduling stress for us, making sure that we're not missing anything. 100%. It's just a little different. It's hard to explain, and we can't complain about it too much because who else can complain about, I need to schedule going to Disney World?
Yeah, right. I have
what
to
a first world problem to have.
Girl, relax. I know. And that's, I try to take a step outside myself and think of it that way. I'm so grateful that I get to actually do my job at Disneyland. It's amazing. Megan, be grateful for what you do. But then, then there's the other life things that happen. And I do get overwhelmed. It's going to be fine. I know it all works out in the end. I have a schedule of my holiday shopping to finish up this week versus getting the content. It's all going to be fine. But this time of year, because I want to make things special and perfect, and put some real good time and thought into it. This is your first year also with
hubby too.
Yes,
so you're going to make Christmas magical for him.
Exactly, make it magical for him. And we are splitting our time with his family, with my family. So we're doing the married thing, and I'm not complaining about that one bit. It just takes a little bit more. We're traveling a bit, so that just takes a little bit more. I don't want to say effort, because it's just that's just what you do, that's part of life.
It's just different side of your brain, because for the longest time, especially in single life, you're just hey,
this is
how we do it.
Yeah.
And then now you're adding another person, another family into the mix. And for me, I don't have a significant other, but I do have this is the first year where I'm having to travel to family for the holidays, where everybody's come to me in Florida, and I'm like, this is great. I'm having to go to the frozen tundra, and it's frozen tundra being Nashville, and it's going to be in the 30s, and the New Yorkers I know are yelling at us through the phone and their radio, and they're just like, Danielle, calm down, just get closed-toed shoes, you'll be fine.
They're closed-toed shoes. Yes. Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a busy holiday season, but I'm here for it. I love this time of year and excited to see what 2025 has in store. Cannot believe it's already almost 2025. 70th anniversary of Disneyland's coming up. It's gonna be a good year. It'll be fun.
It will be a good year. I mean, I'm excited. I'm weirdly excited about it. There's a lot for me that's going to be happening. Actually, smack dab in the beginning of the new year with MegaCon, and the podcast family already knows about it. Is the book is releasing in the beginning in spring.
Yes.
I'll get into more details, y'all. I'll get into more details as I'm allowed to talk about it. And it's killing me that I can't talk about it on the socials yet in case TikTok goes away. I haven't gotten clearance yet. It's fine. But I can slide it into the podcast, fam. So that's why y'all listening, you get the sneak peek of more information to come about I Love Magic Kingdom and the fun fact about Disney World's Magic Kingdom book coming out later on this spring. So more to come.
So exciting.
So it's going to be an exciting year already.
It's going to be great. Me too. Very much so. Good times. Happy holidays, everyone. And we mentioned earlier, guys, in this episode, it's a holiday party, meaning there's more than just us in this episode. We have some very special guests to welcome in. And I think, Danielle, now's the time. I think it is time to welcome our first guest for the holiday. Should we do it? Should we let her in?
Well, I think right now, so imagine this, y'all. We're transporting you in the sound waves, right? We are sitting here, we're at the holiday party here in the Disney countdown side of everything. And what's going on? I lift my glass for my sip of eggnog, and I turn and I hear somebody knocking at the door, ringing the doorbell. Who's this that approaches? Oh, wait, I think someone else has arrived to the holiday party. Let's see who's at the door.
Ooh.
Oh, it's our friend Lily from Dear and Darling.
Hello.
Hey,
Lily's here.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Yes. We're so excited to have you back.
So excited. This is just the merriest day ever. Oh, and for our season finale of season 4, thank you for joining us, Lily. We really appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
It's so exciting. And you look so festive. I know some of y'all can't see Lily right now, but she looks so festive in her green and red, her plaid with the red headband. I love it.
I'm holiday bounding, if you will.
I love that. And it was, I loved seeing all of y'all's videos from, you just recently came and visited Disney World right after Thanksgiving or during Thanksgiving?
During Thanksgiving, and we're getting ready to go back for Christmas.
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
See, I was in Tennessee when you were here for Thanksgiving, and then while you're here for Christmas, I will be back in Tennessee. So we are ships passing in the night. So I am so sad I will be missing you again, Miss Lily.
I know, that's terrible news.
That's okay. I'll catch you next time.
I know, Lily, I know that your daughter is making magic over there at Walt Disney World now, which is
she sure is.
Part of the reason you've been over there so much, but of course we know that you are a little bit closer to Disneyland. So How has it been going to World a little bit more recently? Has it just been magical?
Honestly, it's been great. I used to work there as an intern back when I was in the college program. And it's just been so sporadic and rare that we go back. And so it's been good to revisit and get to know it again and have my kids develop a love for Disney World and have their own relationship with it, because it's just not been on our radar and it hasn't been important. But being with Maggie for the holidays, the second I knew that she was not going to be with us for Thanksgiving or Christmas because she's in the college program and she can't come home, I was like, well, looks like we're going to Florida for both holidays, because I'm not willing to spend either one without my daughter. So we were supposed to go to Paris. We were going to go to Paris Disney and have it be our first, international Disney park year. But nope, As soon as Maggie got in the program, I'm like, never mind.
The mama side said, no, my baby's in Florida. I'm going to Florida.
That's right.
Understand.
Well, that's coming down the line then. It will happen soon. I have a feeling. You're going to make your way over to Paris. It's going to be beautiful.
It's true.
I can't, and the videos that you can get over there, oh my God, I could picture it now because you're so good at making content. Oh,
I'm so excited.
All the outfits. Megan. Yes. Oh, yay. Well, we are so excited to have you for the holiday season. We have had quite a few holiday episodes and countdowns recently. Danielle and I have. And we would love, if you don't mind, this is definitely more of a, casual holiday party get together for this episode, if you will. We would love to get your takes on a few Disney holiday things that we have been discussing lately.
I love it. I'm full of opinions.
Oh, I cannot wait. Because Danielle and I, we've seen some crossover, especially in our songs episode. But for movies, we barely had anything. I don't know, Danielle, but
we were on totally different sides of the spectrum.
Very different. Yeah. Because it was more movies and episodes and such. It was a very big category, right? So Lily, if you have to pick your favorite Disney holiday song, a Disney holiday song, is there one that comes to mind that sticks out in your head specifically? Yeah. And you can name multiple.
She's ready.
We're not keeping this strict. You can name multiple. But if you have one, go for it.
I don't even know if this is specifically a Disney Christmas song or if Disney just used it in this short. But it's like that, it's got to be back in the 50s, that Disney short, I don't even know what it's called.
Danielle could probably tell you.
I'll sing it for you.
Oh, do it.
I can go off that.
Okay,
ready?
Here we go. Yep.
Okay. It goes, don't you kind of love December? Na 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 na. Oh, we remember once upon a winter time. And it's the ice skaters.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The ice skaters and the bunnies and the couple that's falling in love go ice skating and the bunnies go ice skating.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. That's from I heavily associate that clip. They reused it in Disney sing-alongs during the Christmas series, which that did make my countdown.
Okay, that's what I was thinking
of. But the original song does come from, oh gosh, here, I'm going to double check it, but I know exactly what it's from. So continue on while I double check my names and my dates.
This is why we love our chat, though, y'all. There is, Brendan says Melody Times. I don't know if Danielle, if that's okay.
That's 100% correct. I'm double checking to see what the name of the song was, but you're talking of this couple. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you probably know, or you're probably seeing this, but if you're not, it's that little couple right there. Yeah. Kissing and little bunnies and they're ice skating.
50s, very eccentric art. It's a very stylistic art.
It gives very Mary Blair vibes in the style and in the coloration.
I love that.
It's
beautiful.
Called Once Upon a Winter Time. It was one of the couple of segments. Yes. And it is a Melody Time song. It's set in the 1800s and it was from 1954.
It's one of my favorites.
Nice. Oh, I love that. And that's so cool because that was not one that we brought up at all. So that's amazing.
That's me. I'm always like some random, really old, really classic. Like it's never some parade within the last decade. It's always like
you are a very classic Disney fan.
I'm an old soul. I'm a very old soul,
and I love that so much about you. That is great.
Yes.
And you totally brought back memories because that was placed in the back of my brain. The short or that song with the video, but I know exactly what you were talking about when you mentioned the bunnies and the ice skating. I was like, oh yeah, that one.
Yes.
So
and then things go south and the ice breaks and he has to swim and get her and save her and the bunnies get saved too and then they're snuggling in the snow again.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
So cute.
For the millennials that are listening in the chat, and you probably remember the Christmas sing-alongs.
Those are my childhood. Like that's what I grew up on. Those Disney classics, the silly symphonies and the little Disney shorts and stuff. And Donald with his great big bell coat. Do you remember that one?
Love that one. Yes.
And they make, and he and his nephews have a snowball fight and they make like like rock hard, like ice, like bombs.
Yes, they cover the rock in ice so that way he tries to plow into it, and Huey, Dewey, Louie just mess with him the entire episode.
Oh my gosh.
And the chipmunks coming home in the Christmas tree, and Mickey decorates the Christmas tree. And
I love that one. That is one of my favorites of all time. Absolutely, yes. And there's a full,
so many good ones.
It's so good. There's a full scene of that in Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway Queue, and I'm obsessed with it.
Yes. Those are Christmas for me.
Yep. Absolutely.
I love that. Well, I guess in the same breath then, do you have a favorite Disney holiday movie?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And of course it's along the same vein. So there's two.
Okay. You can say two.
Fine. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, they go together. They go hand in hand. And they're again from, I believe they're silly. These are silly symphonies.
Okay.
And one is, I believe it's called, and these are from the 30s. So these are old.
Oh, wow.
And one is called Santa's Workshop, and the other one is called The Night Before Christmas. And it's the same Santa, and they're very similar vibes, but they're just what they sound like. So the first one is Santa's Workshop, and the scene opens up with the elves are brushing the reindeer's teeth, and they're polishing Santa's sleigh. And there's like some chorus of elves singing about how they're the merry, merry men. And it's this really classic old timey chorus of men singing. And it's clearly from the 30s, these old songs. And then you go in and there's Santa, and he's opening letters from children, and he's sitting there with a grumpy elf, and he's like, "Little Molly wants a dolly." And then the grumpy elf will look it up and tell him whether Molly's on the naughty or nice list. And he's like, "It looks like she's been eating her spinach or whatever. She's on the nice list." And then Santa's like, "Whoa!" The best part is that he laughs at everything. Like, he's so cute, and he just laughs constantly. There's times when like a plane flies in his mouth, and then it gets caught in his beard, and he's like, "Whoa!" Like, these terrible things are happening, and he's just laughing his head off. Like, Santa cannot be brought down. Anyway, he's like, "A Molly for Dolly," or "A Dolly for Molly," and blah, blah, blah. And then Billy Brown wants this giant list, but the elf says that Billy Brown for 7 years hasn't washed behind his ears. And Santa says, "That's okay. There's still some hope. We'll just add a cake of soap." And so the elf runs off, a cake of soap. And we follow the elf that's, going to handle Billy Brown's list into the workshop. And you get to see all of the elves making all of the magic and all of the toys. And there's all these little factory lines, and it's just Disney magic, like watching the toys get put together, all the darling little creative ways that these things are happening. Like when there's dolls and they need ringlets, and they all have straight hair. And so one of the elves has a little fishing pole with a spider on the end, and he shows it to the dolls, and their hair goes up because they get scared. And then the machine comes down and grabs all their hair and turns it into ringlets. And then they like go to the next one, and the next doll gets scared. It's like so cute. And then
that's clever.
There's an elf painting checkerboards, but the paint itself is checkerboard. So he dips it in and he just paints, but it paints it into a checkerboard. Like, it's seriously, like, watching it all happen is so cute. And then there's like a toy soldier parade, and they're in charge, and you hear the little horn go, like, it's time, like all the toys are built. And so the toy soldiers start marching in a parade, and then all of the toys follow, and Santa's got his little sack open, and all the toys are marching behind this marching band parade into the sack. Oh my gosh, it's just the cutest thing ever. It's the cutest short ever. So that's The Night Before Christmas, or that's the Santa's Workshop. And then I won't go into the other one, but it's very similar. Where it's
they are very similar, and so they're both silly symphonies. They're both from 1933, and they're in California Adventure. Megan, on the main street, they have segments from those clips are in the story or in the windows. So it's the cutouts in that windows next to Elias and Co.
Got it. I need to take a closer look at the window displays that they have there. But Lily, when you were describing it, I think I have seen this, maybe once or twice, but I think I have seen these
They
shorts.
are so funny, and so they conjure such darling, memorable, like core memory images for me as a child.
Yeah, I love that.
It's one of those that I know by heart, like backwards and forwards. And then the night before Christmas, it's Santa arriving at one of the houses and all of the toys coming out and assembling themselves under the tree. And there's a toy plane that's flying up and around the Christmas tree, and it's leaving behind it garland to decorate the tree.
Yes. I totally remember this. Oh my gosh.
So cute. It is so, it's just so charming and endearing. And it's just the simplicity of the concept of it. It's not some big, elaborate, and then there's a problem, and then there's the solving the problem. It's not that at all. It's just the simplicity of Santa's workshop. And it's like
showing how it's done.
Showing you how it's done. That's right.
Those are my favorite for sure.
Bringing back memories. Wow.
I know.
And see, Megan, you're probably remembering all these because just like how I mentioned the sing along that we grew up with, all of those segments are used in Here Comes Santa Claus, Jingle Bells, and all those songs.
So you're absolutely right, Danielle, and that's what I'm remembering from. Yep.
I love that. Man. Good job, Lily. Just bring it out of the backside of the brain and just making us all remember this.
So boring.
No, not at all. This is like nostalgia fully. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like the holiday joy and nostalgia. That's fantastic.
Yes.
And so okay, Lily, I know you and I have chatted very briefly about this because we want to talk about it. It's the elephant in the room around Disney and the holidays. Tally the Elf. Which we love him. There's been a lot of, stuff on social media about Tally the Elf.
Yes.
Did you get to go to Very Merry when you were down there? Or
No.
Okay. All right. So you didn't get to see Tally. That's totally fine. He
is back, by the way.
I know. Paul and I are obsessed with him. I think the second I saw him, I was like, yes, that is my vibe. He's so my jam. We love him so much. Paul and I are Disney bounding as Tally the Elf next week.
Yes, let's go.
We can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
That's an amazing.
We have our bounds ready. We look exactly like him. It's hilarious. Well, not exactly, or else they probably wouldn't let us in. But yeah, and then when we saw it, there was the drama where they might have taken him out of the parade, we were like up in arms. We're like, justice for Tally the Elf. We're going to go like with a petition.
Hashtag
like,
where's Tally?
You can take Tally out of the parade, but you can't take him out of our hearts.
That's right. Yeah. That was a big deal. Yeah. I don't think anything around the holidays has gone as viral as Tally the Elf in terms of
he's so my
Disney
humor
parks.
That if you want to understand me and my humor, then just go watch Tally the Elf exist. He is so funny. I love him. I'm obsessed with him. And Maggie says that the Christmas parade is playing during Christmas just every day, not just during. She's not sure.
Yes.
But does it play? It doesn't just play at the party. It plays for the regular party too.
The party ends, I believe, this upcoming weekend. And then once it's Christmas week, they will have it during the day. I think it's only maybe one performance, but it might be two, one daytime and then one nighttime, because there are no parties. But you have to have something holiday-esque during the entire time. But most people don't want to buy a Christmas week ticket. They'll rather buy a party ticket. So that's why it's offered differently.
Oh, okay. What I'm asking is, do I have a chance of seeing him?
You do.
Yeah.
You definitely have a chance of seeing him.
Yeah.
Or now I was I was talking to Disney Dan, our other friend, who was not able to make it. He really wanted to join us for this episode too. And he was asking, he was like, well, is Tally for this new this year? And I'm like, no, Tally's been around for years. He has been here since the very beginning of this parade. It's just this character performer has made him go viral. And so there is a chance that you can see him, Lily.
Breathe, deep breath, deep breath. I just hope.
I'm so jealous.
That's my grown-up Christmas wish.
Yes.
Is to meet Tally the Elf.
I love it.
Somebody let him know. Somebody let him know we're coming
Right.
to see him. And that
I don't know how to get a last minute express mail to the North Pole. It's gonna be a little difficult.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Cannot wait. It's gonna be. I'm fingers crossed for you. I'm praying that you get to interact with him, and he loves your outfits.
He's blessed.
Yes. Naughty. So
Naughty.
we
Get
did
together, Ashley. I hope I'm on the naughty list.
Wait, I guess
my hope is that I'm on the naughty list.
Right? I know that's everyone's hoping they're on the naughty list.
Yes.
I just love the way he says it.
I know, it's so good.
So we have a few more Disney holiday items we'd love to talk to you about, Lily. And one of them,
Let's
since
we're
we're talking about the Disney parks, we did actually talk about this, I believe, in a bonus episode, or maybe it was one of our countdowns. We would love to know, what is your favorite Disney park holiday food or snack item? Now, I'm assuming this is from Disneyland, but go ahead.
Disneyland. And this was last year. And I don't know if they have it. Like, I don't know, because it's not like at the bakery or something.
I'll tell you.
It was called the Mad Santa Macaron.
Yes.
And it was sold at the Favorite Things kiosk in DCA.
Yes, it was.
And it's a chocolate macaron with chocolate ganache and peanut butter mousse and salted pretzels. And then you die. Yeah. Because it is so delectable and delicious.
So it's the chocolate peanut butter savory.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little salt in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's we made a video about it. That's how much we loved it.
Yeah, I remember that one actually. Yeah. Lily, I fully agree. I remember trying that one and being like, this is a good macaron. This is fantastic. Sadly, it was replaced.
I don't understand why it's a Christmas treat. It was?
It was replaced by the sticky toffee pudding macaron this year.
That sounds disgusting and stupid.
It's actually really good, but it's fine. It's fine. It was sadly it was replaced, but that was such a good one. Was it shaped like Santa?
California Adventure booth? It shouldn't even just be a holiday treat. It's not even like it's peppermint or something. Like, it could be an everyday treat.
I know.
That's disappointing.
Right.
I give up.
I assume it's kind of like one of those Disney, like how Epcot, we have the festival booths, and that's the same thing for California Adventure, and then they switch out some things seasonally, but we've kept a lot of the same dessert options at a lot of our booth. So I'm like shocked that one didn't come back if it was that popular.
I'm shocked too. It's like the Goofy ice cream bar from Epcot that they used to have from Disney World.
Whoa.
Do you remember?
Whoa, you're going on a deep dive right there. Yeah.
It was the best. It was the best thing they offered, and now it's gone. It's too sad.
Yeah.
Sometimes Disney's just like, nah, I don't think they'll notice.
We notice.
We notice.
Oh, we notice.
Immediately. No, that's me and my caldo de pollo at Rancho del Zocalo. I was livid. Still am. It was replaced by an enchilada soup. That's essentially cheese. It's just cheese.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do it. They took out the vanilla cream from the, what is it called? The Monte Cristo.
Oh, the at Cafe Orleans?
Yeah, and the Blue Bayou. They used to have like a vanilla cream that you could dip it was so good.
I'm all about the jam. I like the jam that they provide.
The jam's delicious, but you also have the vanilla cream. It's a double dooley situation.
So it's berries and cream vibes.
I never tried that. That sounds good though. Well, Lily, I'm so sorry that macaron did not reappear. Maybe in the future.
Sorry, everyone, for talking about something that nobody.
Okay, how about this?
It was great. It was great.
What about this? And a more positive note then, do you have a favorite Disney holiday memory, whether it be at the parks or something associated with Disney of some way?
Yes, I do. I've told this story before, so you might have heard it before, but I will share it again because it is my favorite.
Yes.
It's my favorite here today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Okay, so some of you know, some of you don't know. I used to be a cast member at Disneyland. I was friends, very close and dear friends with Pluto and Eeyore and Buzz Lightyear and a few others. And it's the best job I've ever had in my life. But I had the opportunity to work during the holidays. So this was back when my husband and I were very young, and we were very poor. We didn't have hardly any money. And so we hardly ever got to come home to Utah to visit our family. And so it was a big deal for us to come home for Christmas. And we really were excited to come home for Christmas. And so I put in for time off way, way in advance, because I wanted to be sure I could get home for Christmas. And I got my schedule for the week of Christmas back, and they had granted me all of my days off, the entirety of what I had asked for off, except for Christmas Day. They gave me a shift. And I was like, no. I was so sad. I was so frustrated, because I was like, well, there goes my Christmas. There goes my Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to be able to go home and spend Christmas Eve and Christmas with my family and New Year's and all that. And I was just mostly Christmas. I was like very, very bummed and very salty. And, but I knew I was going to do it, because I'm not the type that calls in, like, just to feed my own fancy. Like, if I have a shift, I'm getting rid of that shift.
Nobody's picking that up.
Yeah. But the other thing that was frustrating to me is that it was a very bizarre shift. It was from 5:45 in the morning until 7:45 in the morning. And it was a character breakfast at the Paradise Pier Hotel. And I was like, nobody in their right minds is waking up for breakfast at 5:45 in the morning on Christmas. This is silly. Nobody's going to be there. I'm going to stay in Anaheim and go to this shift, and nobody's going to show up for breakfast, and I'm going to have missed Christmas with my family for nothing. Mm-hmm. And I went in with the worst attitude that morning, but I was like, all right, it's fine. Out I go to do my first shift, my first round. And as I expected, there's absolutely no one in the restaurant. It's completely empty. Except off in this corner, there's one table with a little family there. I was like, oh, okay. Well, there's at least someone I can spend my time with. So I start heading over there, and I see that it's a mom and a dad and a little girl. And she couldn't have been older than like 5, 4.
Oh.
And she's sitting there, and I'm all excited to see her. And I'm like, oh, she's going to be so excited. It's Christmas morning, and she's at Disneyland. This is going to be awesome. So I go over to her. And she's facing me, and the parents are facing away from me. And as I'm getting closer to her, I'm seeing that she's got this really sad expression on her face. And I'm like, oh, this does not feel like Christmas morning. What in the world? Oh, and as I get closer and closer to her, I start to realize that her parents are fighting. They're like bickering, like vicious fighting with each other. And I'm like, oh. Ooh. But I'm like, okay, I'm still going to approach the table. I'm not just going to not go over there. So I approach the table. The parents see me. They immediately stop fighting and start behaving themselves. And everything's fine. And I'm greeting the little girl, and she's showing me what she got for Christmas. And it's this pleasant interaction, and it's going well. And I'm like, great. But then the parents start going at it again. They start fighting now, just full on in front of me, just saying these things. And I'm just like, holy cow.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, it was so awkward. And I was so shocked. I had never heard anyone talk like that to each other in real life. I was just completely, I was like, oh, wow. And I was just like, this little family is not doing well this morning. How can I help? That's immediately what I thought. I wasn't disgusted with the parents. I was shocked, but I was like, dang it, this sucks for all three of them. Nobody's happy here. How can I help? What can I do? And I was like, okay, they obviously need to talk. They need privacy. So I'm going to try and distract the little girl. And so I kind of walked her away from the table about 10 feet. There was this little turret of windows. So we went over there, and I thought, I'll take her over here. They can do their thing. We'll do our thing. They can have their moment, and we'll have a separate type of moment. Mm-hmm. So I sat down with her, and we were playing little hand games. And I think there was even some hide and seek involved. And there was lots of, she was showing me her Christmas toys and telling me all about her Christmas morning. And lots of giggling and cuddles and hugs, and just so cute. It was just this sweet little moment I was having with her. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see 2 more guests coming in the restaurant from across the room. And the little girl pops up and goes running over to this older couple that's coming in. And she's like, Grandma. And she's all excited. So it's obviously the grandparents are on vacation with them. And I remember this part verbatim because I wrote it down in my journal because it was so important to me. She pulled me over, and I always cry at this part. She pulled me over to her grandma, and she said, "Grandma, this is my best day." Oh. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, she's communicating that this is her best day. Like, that it's Christmas and she's at Disneyland and it's her best day after all. And I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, when I got here, this wasn't at all her best day. This could have been like one of her worst days. This could be a core memory for such a different reason for her. But she's sitting here telling her grandma that it's her best day. And I'm like, I did that. I was able to do that for her. And I just felt so totally honored to have played that role in her morning, her Christmas morning. It's such an important morning that I was able to turn it around from something so terrible to, in her words, her best day. And there was just something so simple and sweet about that phrase. This is my best day. And I felt really guilty after that for going to work that morning with such a bad attitude and feeling like my Christmas had been robbed from me and taken from me, and that this shift was ruining my Christmas. And it's like I don't know, it just felt like I was given this really, really amazing, like that was so much better than any Christmas I could have crafted for myself or imagined for myself with my family. And I don't know, I've always felt like something bigger than me placed me there that day for her.
Absolutely.
And I've always, so anyway, it was just one of it's one of the most memorable, beautiful Christmases I've ever had in my entire life. I'll never forget that. And it wasn't even at Disneyland. It was at some restaurant.
Paradise Pier.
But it still was so fitting and so perfect, though, because that was totally a gift of, like, you didn't know what was happening in the situation. You just knew, I'm gonna give and do what I can. And those little tiny things, those little tiny moments are really, it is the literal embodiment of the Christmas spirit. And I think that is so cool that you got to have that cool Christmas moment, even if you came in feeling like a Scrooge. Yeah. And you're just like,
I got schooled. I totally got schooled. It was totally like, it was like, okay, you're going in with this terrible attitude and you're leaving feeling like so totally honored and blessed to have been placed in this situation. And like, that spirit of giving and of service, and it's not even like, oh, it was my nephew or it was my daughter, or it was like a stranger, you know, and I never saw her again, and she never even like truly knew who I was. But she's gonna remember the Christmas with Pluto. I know, which is so cool.
That's a core Christmas memory.
I hope. Who knows? It was a core memory for me.
I mean, personally for me, I remember like almost every Christmas because Christmas has always been special. My parents always made it special. So that is for sure going down as one of her favorite Christmases. I don't doubt it for a second. And you brought the magic that day. That was you.
I did.
And you were, I also think there's something else going on in the universe. You were meant to be there that day.
I think so too.
Whether, even though the schedule, it didn't look like it at the time when you got the schedule, but it happened for a reason. So
it was pretty darn cool. So
incredibly magical.
I've always felt like, I don't know, I believe in Christmas magic. I believe in the Christmas spirit, and
me too.
I'm a huge, anyway. That's my favorite Disney Christmas memory for sure.
That's such a good
Sorry
one.
to make y'all emotional in the middle of the episode, but that's just how we do it here at the Disney Countdown Show.
Especially when Lilly comes
Especially when you invite me. You know what you're getting when you invite me.
We do. And we love it. We love you all the more for it. Oh, that's amazing. Dang. Okay. I mean, Danielle, do we have one more question to ask Lily?
Let me just double check real quick.
Okay.
See if we can end it on a quick little extra positive note, so everybody can gain their composure again for a second. After all, but that was a fantastic story, Lily, and we really appreciate it.
Very special.
I think the only other little question I think I had was, is there something, since you're going to Disney World for the holidays, is there an attraction, a snack, something in Disney World that you're looking forward to this holiday season with everybody?
I am mostly looking forward to meeting Tally if I can.
I mean, yes, definitely that.
Can you hear my dog?
Yeah, wait, what's going on?
It's so sad. He ate chocolate yesterday and he's been throwing up all day. It's so sad.
No!
Oh no! He's decided to come do it right here. Oh.
But he's like, Mom, I'm not feeling well. I'm just letting you know.
It's okay. It's okay. Wait. Oh no.
We're looking.
It's okay.
I'm most looking forward to spending Christmas morning in the hotel with all of my kids. Like, honestly.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
You know what? If you
Santa
want,
knows where we're staying, and he's coming to our hotel, and so
of course,
Santa needs to take a tree. By the way, a small tree fits perfectly in a golf club bag for the airplane. By the way.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that Santa has done that many a times for a Disney trip for my family.
Oh, but, that's so cute.
Yes. Where are you staying this trip, Lily? Which resort?
We're staying at Port Orleans.
Oh, lovely. Mm-hmm.
French Quarter, Riverside.
Yes, Riverside.
Oh, lovely.
Love me
in
some
the Royal
French Quarter Christmas or Riverside Christmas.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. It's perfect. So
fabulous.
Yeah, we're excited.
Oh, amazing. So excited for you and your trip. Thank you so much, Lily, for being here at our season
welcome.
finale holiday party. Yeah, absolutely. We're so excited to have you join us for a very special merry episode. And we wish you just the most magical Christmas trip to Walt Disney World. Go see Tally. Get on the naughty list, and unless if you're not already on it.
Give our love to all the kids and everybody.
List.
Tell them we say hello.
Yes, have fun with the kiddos and Paul.
All right.
Bye, Lily. Thanks for coming to the party. Bye. The door closes. And then it's just me and Megan again as we wait for our next holiday guest. And now we're back to sipping our eggnog and we're just hanging out here. And Megan, speaking of which, there's a little bit of Disney news I feel like we should talk about real quick before our next special guest joins us.
There is. Let's get into it. So, Danielle, did you see this? I saw this on the socials today. This is something, and I think it's good for the families. It's great news for the holiday season. I think a lot of families, a lot of parents will appreciate this. Y'all, Bluey is getting a movie, a full movie coming to theaters in 2027. Everyone's beloved little doggy family. They're going to have a full movie. This is great news.
Yeah, so the Wicked fans are complaining because they're just like, you know what? We have to wait a whole another year, 2025, until we can see the second portion of Wicked. No, the Bluey fans are like, are you kidding? We have to wait until 2027 now with this information. And
not even 2026, 2027.
2027. Yeah. I mean, that makes me really hopeful for what the storyline's going to be, and even some of their like longer episodes that they've done here recently, like the specials of like the wedding and all this other stuff was so well done.
I know.
And this is making me really excited for the movie. And I'm like, okay, what is the movie topic going to be about? Are we traveling? Is this like the first big family vacation? I could kind of see that being like a subject matter.
Totally. I'm very interested to see what they come up with. I know that it does take some time to create these animated films, hence why it's coming out in 2027. But whatever it's going to be, I think it's going to be just the Bluey that we know and love, very relatable and, lessons taught, lessons learned. and it hits you right in the heart. You know, I have
really
no doubt
does.
that is what's going to be like. And it's just very fun news to get this holiday season. Yes, unfortunately, we do have to wait quite some time before it comes out in theaters, but maybe we'll get a trailer in 2026. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah. But all good news, all good news.
And it's so funny to like, I don't know, looking at Bluey right now, and I don't know if y'all have seen on Disney Plus, in between the next seasons, they've been doing mini-sodes. And if you listen to Bluey's voice, you can hear Bluey getting older.
Yeah.
Or at least the current voice actor for her. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, she's getting so big already.
No.
And so it's weird to see, like, okay, are they recording the audio now? Or will it be the same voice actress? We just don't know. So I don't know. Excited for the Bluey movie. I think it's so funny, the timing of they're just like, let's just drop this here randomly before Christmas in 2024.
Right.
Just leave that there and then walk away.
It was very, very interesting. But you know, choices are made. It gets us in the holiday spirit, I suppose. The joyful holiday spirit.
Totally does.
Yes. And speaking of more holiday spirit, I think, Danielle, we have another guest that we need to bring into this holiday party. Do you want to set the scene again?
I can set the scene again. So we just finished, me and Megan, we were just chatting here as we wait. We went over to the little appetizer section and we got one of the little pigs in a blanket. We actually got a couple of those. Megan only got like 3. Danielle might have gotten 10. It's fine. Don't question it.
I got 5 at least. It's okay.
Okay. We at least got 5. And then we're moving over to the Swedish meatballs. And then all of a sudden,
yes,
the doorbell rings again. Who's behind door number 1? Well, we only have one door in this place.
The only door.
The only door. And it's Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. Kelly's
Hello.
Kingdom. Hi. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our holiday special, our finale for season 4. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you for
holidays.
having me. Happy holidays. It's like my peppermint. Oh, wait, it's flipped.
Yes, you're Mickey Peppermint. That's so cute.
Wait, is that the pillow or is that the blow mold?
It's a pillow.
I love that.
I have a little nerdy tree in the corner that you guys can't see, but there's like monorail and like Disney ornaments and some different company ones.
And some different company ones. I love that.
I don't know if I should say that name because it's Disney, so.
Oh, that's true. This is the Disney Countdown show after all. Oh, fabulous. Now again, Kelly, this episode in particular, this is kind of our holiday party. We're just here hanging out, and me and Megan, through this holiday season, we've actually focused a little bit more on holiday episodes and holiday countdowns, because of course that's what we do on the Disney Countdown show. So we have a couple of questions, and feel free if you have multiples to share your multiple answers, or if you just have one, then that's totally fine too. So I guess we should start off with the first question, though.
Yeah.
Well, one of our more popular episodes during this holiday season was talking about holiday songs. All right.
Oh my gosh.
And
but
Disney
specifically
holiday
Disney
songs
ones.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, do you have a favorite?
It's tough. Do you have a favorite Disney holiday song?
This is so niche. The Christmas Fantasy Parade song.
Okay, I am so glad you brought that up because neither of us put Christmas Fantasy in our countdowns in that episode. So I'm so glad that it's yours. And I know you love that parade so much. Yes. Oh, yeah. That's fantastic.
I just love the snowman. I just want to be like besties with one. Like I just want to hold their hand like down Main Street, or like actually what's crazy, I don't know if I can get my hands on one. One of my friends is trying to like find them, but apparently they're super limited. It's either in Shanghai or Tokyo. They have plushies of the snowman.
No way.
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
They're really hard to get. Like they sell out really quickly. If you know Arlo knows a little bit about like where you can get them and stuff. Him and I had like a little discussion. He's trying to get his hands on. I was like, I will Venmo you.
You deserve one. You deserve one. Yes.
That is so cool.
Those are like my babies, and I've been obsessed with them.
If y'all don't follow
here for them,
I know.
Disney needs to capitalize on this as one of the most like seasonal characters The snowmen are so underrated. They're just like little marshmallows with like sticks, and they're just dancing around. Like
they're little
here in Disney World, we have Tally the elf. Over in Disneyland, we got the little cutesy snowmen.
The snowmen, yes,
Tally's great. I've already seen people make merch about him.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. But
Tally.
where's the snowman merch? We need somebody to make the snowman merch.
Even like the toy, you got the toy soldiers too that are very iconic from that parade. Right? The reindeer are iconic. Yes, and a video that I actually.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying a video that I saw today, and sometimes Castles posted this. It was Mickey and Minnie ice skating on one of the floats, and I actually do remember that. That wasn't too long ago. They were ice skating on the floats or something, right?
I don't remember that. There were skiers last year. They're like every other year.
There were skiers. Yes, but Mickey and Minnie actually ice skated on one of the floats, and I feel like that wasn't that long ago. I remember seeing that in person.
Here in Disney World, if you remember there's a float. I mean, it could be the one from Disneyland, or we have sibling floats. It's the one that Elsa now uses that they turned into like a winter wonderland scene. But it used to be one of those faux skate ice rinks. Yeah. And they had skaters on there, or it was Mickey and Minnie skating once upon a time. So yeah, I know exactly what they're talking about.
I don't know why I blocked that out of my memory, but of course they don't do that now that they have a whole different float. But I was that's
Elsa
so
has taken
that's
over.
Probably a safety issue, and Elsa has taken over exactly. But yes, snowman merch I 100% support. We need that. Yeah.
And then also the carolers towards the end of the parade, like right before the reindeers, they have really pretty like velvet gowns, and they swing back and forth.
Yeah.
They're so pretty, and they look so warm.
Right.
We need to sell those too. Just sell all like the costumes, like replicate them all. Like it's like they have Star Wars like cape or whatever they called robes. Sorry, not a cape, a robe. Yeah. Like where's like the carolers like outfits.
Agreed.
You know.
Especially with how long the Christmas Fantasy Parade has been around for.
And it's also, everyone's literally obsessed with that parade. I watched it last week with my friends. I waited an hour and 15. Like, that's how early people, because it's on TV. And so it's like literally the most hyped parade of the year. And that's going to like one of my like tips I want to share too. Like with you guys about like how like a tip for the park. Like, yeah, I think that's also
get there early.
Like,
yeah.
It's a great parade though.
It is great. The song is great.
Christmas parade. Correct me if I'm wrong, the two of y'all. You guys do it during the daytime, but also at nighttime, correct?
It's
3:30 and 6 p.m. 2 times. Yeah.
Okay, so if you miss it once, you do have a chance to see it again, but it is very cool to see it at night because then the floats all glow and it looks very, very Christmassy.
That's correct. Yes, the tree is all lit up. They have trees that come down by themselves. It's really pretty. It's a good one. Good choice, Kelly. I like it. Love that song.
I feel like it's underrated.
It is underrated.
I've literally used that audio on like the most chaotic thing. It was literally me on like the river rapids in like 50 degrees, and I put it as the background audio. And everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, not Christmas Fantasy Parade in this in this like that song in the chaotic video." I'm like, that's just who I am. I'm just chaos.
That's pretty funny. That's hilarious. I love it.
Do y'all remember the they might still be around, but the musical bucket, was it from last year? The popcorn bucket?
Oh, the tin.
That sold out quick.
Yeah, that was from last year.
That has the Christmas Fantasy song in it. That's what plays. When I tell you, I had to explain that to the Disney Worlders because we got the same popcorn bucket. They didn't change the music. So the Disney World people, we had no idea what this song was. And we're just like, what the heck is this? And so I had to make a video last year about it being like, y'all, it's a Disneyland thing. They just brought it here to us. That's why you don't know it. But I'm so happy that did end up in your list, Kelly. I think that was a really good choice.
Thank you.
Yes.
I was scared that y'all would say that because it's so popular. And I was like, I don't know.
No,
it's so good. I had Believe in Holiday Magic
park stuff.
Oh, Believe in Holiday Magic. Oh, that's so good.
I had the fireworks because I like the fireworks so much, and one of the songs from Season of Light, World of Color. But yeah, well, it's a good choice. Okay, so along those same lines, we also our last countdown before this episode was Disney holiday movies. Do you have a specific Disney holiday movie that sticks out in your head that you love? What's your fave?
I think one that I could remember watching as a kid, I honestly should rewatch it, is the Once Upon a Christmas where Mickey and Minnie, they exchange like their harmonica and like the watch.
Yep. That's
It just
a good
showed
one.
that like true love.
That was
like,
on my list.
I mean, honestly, it kind of just showed like this gets just kind of deep and personal. It kind of shows like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money someone has. It's really just about the person and who they are. So
The thought. Yeah, it's the thought that counts. And the effort. Yes, I love that. It's such a good movie. That's another one. That's another one from my childhood. That's why it was in my top 5 that I loved watching as a kid and stuck with me. It's so sweet. And the different like stories within, you know, the whole thing. So cute. I'm glad you chose that one. Yay.
Very wholesome.
Really
Very wholesome.
Yes.
Very nice. All right. Well,
I think a lot of people agree with you on that one.
I think so. I would agree. So we talked about the parks a little bit with the parade, but this is a big one for you, Kelly, because I know you're a picky eater. Do you have a favorite Disney park holiday food item that
I have 2
you love? Oh, okay. Okay. 2 is fine. Let's hear them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I usually, so I'm, for those that follow me, every once in a while, I need to do more. I just don't post enough because I'm too scared to buy something and then not like it. Guys,
that's fair. That's fair.
It's pricey. I gotta kind of evaluate on it. So I really like, during the festival holidays, I like the pork belly adobo, and then I really like the pesto cone.
Yes, pesto
It's so
cone.
Good.
It's so
Megan will vouch for you on that one.
I might have to get it once. Like, I know the holidays, I think, oh no, wait. When do the holidays end? Is it January 9th?
January 6th.
6th. Okay, I'll have 2 days. I might have to do it. I'm kind of on like, I'm trying to cut as much dairy out as I can right now because it's blowing up my acne. But I'm like, it's pesto. And I'm like, I might just have to get to the one time of the year.
You gotta do it.
I just don't eat the entire bit of the cone. Just like have half of it and just eat all the noodle parts inside.
It's $10.
Yeah, and it's a good amount of food.
Yeah, it's
protein.
Great. Like cones like this big and just all pesto. But I order without tomatoes.
No tomatoes, and that's fair.
I agree. I'm not a big tomato girl either.
I like tomato sauce, but not
no
tomatoes.
That's fair. I know so many people like that. That's totally fair. But
that's me.
The balsamic glaze that they added is so good. I love that.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's delicious. So,
but yeah, that and the pork belly adobo is very yummy.
So good. I got that recently too.
Oh,
it's like
the pork belly slider too.
Did you like that one? Okay, I didn't like that one.
Did you not like it?
No,
Megan,
sorry.
It's so good.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
That's crazy. It's so good.
I guess I'm picky with my pork belly because I think that's what it is. It has to be cooked just right. I might have gotten a bad one. It happens. It's fine.
I mean, especially with pork belly, you can either get one that's like not good at all or one that's fantastic.
I had like 20 napkins. It was great.
I'm so happy for you. I think I was just picky about the cut. That's okay. It happens. I had that the turkey galantine that's also at festival holidays was awful. I hated that. So and everyone seems to love it.
That's really embarrassing.
What?
So I'm gonna expose all the picky eaters, okay? When we say something is gross, we most likely or have never tried it in our lives. Okay? Hear me out. And so I can't even talk. I'm gonna laugh so hard. You guys are gonna think I'm so dumb. The poor Patreon audience are like, this girl's so dumb. Guys, I can't even talk. It's so funny. I'm so dumb. I literally posted a video about it. I'm like crying. I can't even get this out. Okay. I need to spill this. So
you got this.
What's it called? The mac and cheese. What's the duo called?
The holiday duet. Yeah.
Okay. I can't even say.
What'd you do?
I don't know, but we broke Kelly. I don't even know what we did, but she's just like not able to compute.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Guys, there's sour. I can't say. There's sour cream on there, and I've never tried sour cream. And I was like, why isn't it sour?
Wait, what? You've never tried sour cream?
And the name is in there. I don't eat anything that's sour. Are you crazy?
That blows my mind, though. Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm crying. My poor makeup. Guys, I'm so embarrassed.
No, don't be embarrassed. I'm more just mind blown that you've never had sour cream
but it's
living in America.
Sour, and picky eaters, their worst food, like their worst fear is trying something.
I guess.
And you don't want to spit it out, so you're just like, this is gross. So it's like an internal anxiety of like, oh, I don't even think I want to try it in general, so that's why picky eaters are like, oh, I don't like something. They've never tried it, and they probably won't try it. So
it's just
from the name alone.
Block.
Get that out of me. I'm so embarrassed.
That is wild to me.
To Dapper Mom that's probably listening to this episode right now, please forgive Kelly. My mother will probably go through a whole thing of sour cream just by herself. Her and my sister. But I don't love sour cream.
It's
I don't understand
a condiment, a topping.
This is so dumb.
So
I'm sorry, I don't understand it. It's just why.
Well, you know, like, sour cream and onion, right? The flavors of chips. It adds that like tang a little bit to it, to any flavor. It also is really good on mashed potatoes or potatoes in general. Mashed potatoes, baked potatoes. I guess that's the example I come up with right now. But yeah, sour cream has its place in especially holiday dinners. But it's so funny that you have never put that on anything. Like, it never even tried it.
It looked scary, and it kind of was.
Have you ever had Greek yogurt?
I've had frozen yogurt.
You've never had Greek yogurt?
That's not the same.
That's definitely not the same.
In the name.
No, it's made totally different.
No, babe. No. No. Frozen yogurt's ice cream.
What's the difference with Greek yogurt?
Greek yogurt is yogurt. Like, you know, the gooey, it literally has the same consistency as sour cream.
It's like textury and gross.
So
I mean, I'm kind of that way too. I don't love the taste of Greek yogurt unless it's heavily mixed in with something, and like really used in baked stuff. But
right now,
wow. No, it's not dumb. It's just you're very, very. You are a picky eater.
Food I don't like. We can do a whole episode about that.
We'll just keep learning.
A whole
things about
series
Kelly.
on picky eaters at Disney World. Here's the breakdown.
Wow.
Didn't know we were pivoting this portion into the conversation.
That is fascinating. Okay. Well, before we move on to the next question, did you like the mac and cheese, the Kugel mac and cheese?
One of them was really spicy.
That was the chorizo.
But
what about...
apparently it wasn't that spicy. But to me, it was very spicy.
Correct. It wasn't that spicy.
For the average person that likes spice, it's delicious. For someone... Because, actually, this is really funny. I was with my college friends this week. They exposed me. I was like, why is spicy food so spicy? They're like, Kelly, you didn't grow up with flavor. I was like, oh.
I mean...
And then Megan, on the other hand, is like, oh, something that's like extra spicy hot sauce, and she's like, oh, this is like ranch. This is so easy peasy. And I'm like, no, absolutely not.
With like that burning tongue feeling, like, how are you okay,
Kelly? You know what it is, and
if I have something spicy,
it's like lifting weights. Like it hurts. It's painful, but it's like a good pain. Do you know what I mean? And I get it now. I get why people like the hot sauces. I understand it. It's like, you know, it's gonna suck for a second, and then you're like, oh, but that actually was really good. I understand it now. I get it. And you kind of suffer.
Or it was so miserable that your brain suddenly blocks out and you forget how bad it was. It was one of the two.
I had a really bad experience at Bengal Barbecue because I was so hungry. I didn't realize which kebab I ordered.
You ordered the spicy beef. Yeah. That one's actually, that can get pretty spicy. That can burn.
I went for a lot of water that day, and it was not fun. And I was really
Banyan
sad.
Beef. Yeah.
I literally was like, I'm hungry. I want beef. And I was like, why does this have red dots in it? I was like, red means danger.
Yeah. It's got the peppers.
Like, chili flakes should not be that spicy. They're so tiny. Like...
I know.
Well,
I'm
how
sorry.
about instead of pivoting, we're going to pivot real quick. Instead of talking about our picky eaterness and the things that we don't like, I want to focus instead of on food. What about on an overall Disney memory? Do you have a favorite holiday Disney memory from the parks, or maybe it was from a movie at home? Anything in that vein?
Trying to think. I think. I think was either last year or the year before. Oh, well, 2 memories. So one of them was during the Christmas Fantasy Parade. I had a lot more free time in college, and I would go like 3 times a week to Disneyland. Like, literally, it was a lot. Like, I can't do it now anymore. But I would go to the parade like 3 or 4 times a week, to the point where like and I sat in the same spot, to the point where the characters knew who I was. Like, they'd say hi to me all the time. They're like, oh my gosh, hi. But it was so crazy because I was just sitting down and I was like recording, and then literally Anastasia was like, hi Kelly. I was like, huh? I was like,
Anastasia knows who I am?
I was like, what is going on? I was like, is that allowed?
That's cool. That's really awesome.
Like really caught me off guard, and it was like really cute. And then I have a lot of videos of just me hyping up the snowman, and they did like little moonwalks for me, and like literally actually last week I have a video of it. If you guys want it, I could send it to you to throw into the podcast if you guys want to slip it in there. Literally, Miss Clarabelle comes strutting down Main Street. I'm like, oh, you slay, queen, you slay. And she's just like flaunting, just like posing, like all the heels. And so, I don't know, one of my favorite things, like, I don't want to be like yelling too loud because I don't want to annoy the first timers and stuff. But like, you gotta hype up the characters a little bit.
Oh, they really do.
They put the heart and soul into dancing all the moves, so you gotta hype them up. So that was another favorite memory. And then this was towards the end of the holiday season, New Year's Eve, and seeing Marco perform from the Fat Cat Singer.
Yes,
that
Marco.
Was, like, the first time ever seeing him like perform, and so it was just cool, like interacting with him. And I got videos of him, so that was really fun. And this is PG, right? This podcast.
We're pretty family friendly.
Oh, it's something bad.
G to PG, yes. I've talked about drinky drinks on the podcast before.
Yeah. We started. I was freshly like 21, 22, like freshly 21, and it was New Year's Eve, and so we started drinking at 11 a.m. and we finished at like 12 p.m. So it wasn't a lot, but it was like over a span of like the whole day. It was like
you had yourself a DCA time.
4 hours or 3 hours because I'm so tiny. So
gotcha.
I didn't know if you guys were allowed to talk about that on here, so I was like, it's not bad, but I was just like,
We'll let Chris handle that. But when you're freshly 21, it's New Year's, you're a DCA. Sometimes you just go with the vibes.
I wanted to go to Disneyland for New Year's because my mom's like, oh, what are you doing for New Year's? My sister's like, well, I'm going to go to this. And I'm like, can I go to Disney? And she's like, sure. My sister's like, you're going to let her go to Disney on New Year's Eve? My mom's like, yeah, there's security everywhere. She's fine.
I feel safer with her being in Disney World than I do anywhere else.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they don't allow drunk people at Disney anyway, so.
No. Right. If you act a fool, you're going to get booted.
Be a fool.
So, yeah.
You're going
to be treated like a fool. Exactly. Oh, man. Oh, well, that's awesome. Okay. Yay. I mean, we love Marco from Fat Cat Swingers, by the way. Fat Cat Swingers.
Yes.
They're back January 4th, I believe, at DCA. Okay, Kelly. Our last question of the evening for our holiday party is, what is your number one tip for people who are going to the Disney parks during the holidays? What do you got? What do you got?
Okay, a few things. Plan ahead. Plan all your rides out that you want to do. Either buy a lightning lane or prepare to spend 30 to an hour and a half in every single line. Because the only time that I saw everything under an hour was literally this week when people start getting blocked out. Like Megan, you're just like, oh my gosh, everything's 20 minutes. I was like, oh, I should have been there.
Yesterday was empty. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was empty today too. So I guess it's just it's one of those like awkward weeks. So I'd say that tip. Like I said before, for the parade, camp out, grab your favorite snack. Preferably go somewhere near a bathroom, so in case you don't gotta go, go.
Yeah.
Also for the parade, I've realized this because you gotta beware of some not so magical people out there. If you have room, bring a blanket because no one will touch your blanket. But if there's an open centimeter next to you, someone will squish in right.
Someone's gonna fill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bring a blanket.
It doesn't help. Like Y'all, for a little bit of comparison, me and Megan are pretty tall compared to Kelly. Not saying that you're short, Kelly, but you could be friends with my size, right?
Yeah.
So I can only imagine, because even during like the holiday season, people are like pressing up and trying to get in the way, and so I usually send out my brother. Back in the day when we were trying to camp out spots for all this stuff, and he's like 6'3", and we would just yell at him, "Cowboy stance!" And so he just spread his legs extra wide and then put his hands on his hips and just like he would take up all the room for us. And that's the only way you can save space.
Or have like a jacket or something. But like, yeah, in that last like 20 minutes, people get really
desperate.
Yeah,
I know.
But it's like,
so you
well,
just gotta
maybe you
act
should have
big.
planned ahead of time, not trying to squeeze in last minute.
That's right. That's right.
Not to match the people getting mad at you, be like, well, I waited an hour. Be like, well, too bad. No magical holiday praying for you. Too bad. You didn't wait an hour.
You're in the fifth row back there, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
Hard, but you gotta plan.
Yep. That's true.
So plan it out, cowboy stance it out, and you'll be fine. It'll be all good. Get the snacks. It's all fine.
And then save a lot of money because you're in danger with the holiday merch. That's my other tip. Save some money.
I love that. That's so
put some money aside
on point.
Specifically for Disney spending. Because they have some really, really cute stuff.
Oh my goodness, yes. Especially when you do holiday buying and you're just like, oh, well, I need to buy some gifts for other people. You're like, 1 for you, 2 for me, 1 for you, 3 for me. So just mentally prepare that you're going to do that no matter what.
Yep.
100%.
Good point.
Yes. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for being on this very special holiday episode, for joining our holiday party. We really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time. And yeah, we hope you have a very Merry Christmas season and a Happy New Year. And hopefully you get to spend it at the parks.
Thank you. Yeah.
If you're thinking about going.
That's the dream. That's the goal.
That's the dream.
Disney every year, but come on, Disney, give me my reservation back. I'm ready.
I know.
We'll try to manifest it. That's our New Year's wish.
Yes.
Yeah, right? 2025 wish. Oh, well, thank you again, Kelly. We really appreciate you, and happy holidays.
Of course. Bye.
Bye. Well, that was so much fun. How wonderful to have both Kelly and Lilly on the show. Kelly cracks me up. She's hilarious.
What's funny is that she cracks herself up, and then that makes me laugh. And then I just love that so much.
The other people's laughs make me laugh. So good.
She's the same exact way when we hang out in the park too.
I know.
Like, whenever I've seen her, just as chaotic, and I love the energy that she brings.
Completely her totally 100% authentic self, and it's great. So fun.
So good.
Well, y'all, thank you so much for hanging out this episode. I know it was unconventional, different from what we normally do, but we really appreciate you hanging out for our special holiday episode. And honestly, hanging out this entire year, y'all. We have been recording. This is now, we recorded over 50 episodes in 2024, which is wild.
No wonder we're so tired, Megan. Oh my goodness.
We're tired, but it's so much fun. We get to talk Disney every week. We get to chat with you guys.
It's true.
And it's really been a blast. So if you have been here since the beginning, or you just joined this year, if you just listened to us for the first time, thank you. Thank you, because it has really been so much fun, and just thinking about the fact that some people are listening to our voices in addition to maybe seeing our faces on social media is really, really cool. And
it's so cool.
Yeah.
And what was it? Let's see. As soon as I start thinking about this stuff, all of a sudden I get another coughing jag here at the end. That's been happening a lot here in the end of these episodes. But yeah, it's been so cool. And I feel like this season in particular, looking back on everything in retrospect, right, is that this season was really the community building season. Like the Discord started popping off in the beginning of this year. We started doing more of the virtual hangs. Like, we were doing them, but now our virtual hangs get so big and we have so many people a part of it too. Yeah. And we've run into more people now in the park. I feel like this past year in particular has been more people, and maybe Megan, you can vouch for this too. More people have been coming up to us and saying, I love the podcast.
Yes.
And that is like such a surreal experience, because like we'll get stopped of like, I follow you on Instagram, I follow you on TikTok, but then to say the podcast and to know that it's not just a minute-long video interaction, that people are hanging out with us for sometimes well over an hour based off of our ratatouilles that we go off of. And I love that so much. And we again, thank you so much.
Yeah, really. Thank you. And y'all, we are coming back with season 5 in January, and we do have a premiere date for you on this episode. We're going to tell you right now that we are back January 13th. So it's not that long of a break. Don't you worry. We're coming back very soon with more countdowns, more Disney news, more fun games. It's all going to be back very soon. But in the meantime, if you're missing us, if you're like, gosh, I still would really love to hear Megan and Danielle every week, even though it's just 2 weeks of a break. Well, don't worry, because over on the Patreon, we got, first of all, we got the Discord popping off every day, right? We do have our virtual hang coming up very soon. We have all the episodes, all the ad-free episodes and bonus episodes over on the Patreon page. So if you want to listen to us over there, catch up, do your thing before we come back on January 13th. That is where we will be, and that's Patreon. You can search us Disney Countdown Show on patreon.com. We do have the link in our episode notes. Or, hey, if you think of some countdown lists over the break and you want to suggest some stuff to us, because we got a whole nother season coming, y'all. We need some suggestions. You can email us at disneycountdownshow@gmail.com, DM us on Instagram, and we would love to hear those, because season 5, we got more coming for you.
And we've gotten some pretty good suggestions that y'all have said here recently that we've pinned, and that we'll be coming back to and debating, okay, what's a good time to do this? And I know we're working on maybe bringing in some other fun hosts and coming and joining us and asking them some deep personal probing questions about their Disney life. And so more to come, but then we'll fit in those countdowns with those guests. Yes. And so leave it. Let us know. There's no bad, or there's no wrong answer or bad suggestions.
Agreed.
There might be questionable suggestions, but they're not bad suggestions.
We'll take those too. We love, you keep us on our toes.
Yeah, exactly. It just gives us a good giggle is really what it is.
Yep. And everyone loves a good giggle. So that's great. But y'all, we hope you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday season, wherever you are celebrating. We hope it's a good one. And we will see you in the new year, 2025, y'all, for season 5. But until
the Christmas
then,
party is wrapping up. The appetizers are gone. There's only a couple random pieces of cauliflower on the relish tray right now.
That's hilarious.
But the ranch has disappeared. Somebody just went and took that home with them as their Christmas parting gift. And then over
it's in
here,
my pocket.
yeah, exactly. Danielle has started heating up and turned back on the oven to put in some last-minute pizza rolls because she forgot to eat enough, except for all the little hot dogs that she had in the middle with the pigs in a blanket. She did have some of those before our friends came in, but now she's hungry again as we're cleaning up, dusting stuff and getting it out of the way. But it's been a fantastic holiday time and a fantastic holiday party. So thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with us this holiday season until the end of this season and episode. So Thank you again, y'all. It's been quite magical.
It really has. And until we see you next time, have a very merry and magical day.
And night-night, sleep tight, dream of Christmas churros tonight. Now get out of here before I make you clean up. Yeah, you have to get over here and you have to clean up the rest of the wrapping paper. No, you go over there. Can you start the dishes? But you got to let that glass pan, it has to soak a little bit before you start scrubbing at it. So just put that one in the sink to soak. Okay, and then the rest of you come over here and I'll give you the rest of your cleaning duties.
To have your name at the end of our new episodes and to receive a bunch of magical perks, please check out our Patreon via the link in the episode notes.
Or visit patreon.com/Disney Countdown Show. We'll see you there.